Julie Roussel here. Welcome and thanks for joining in on this humid hump day. I'm glad that you popped in, whether it's live or catching on the replay. I kind of got cut off partway through, had a total interruption in live broadcast. I have no idea why. But it's Wacky Wednesday and you never know what the topic's gonna be. Hey Michelle, great to see you lady. Kim, thanks for joining in. As always, if you hear something that you find helpful, leave a reaction, drop me a comment in the thread with even feedback. I love and appreciate everyone, even just to say, hey. Share the video with anyone you think it might help. PM me if you have questions or want to hear more. I'm always happy to share what I'm learning and I hope that it helps you. Hey Uncle David, thanks for joining in. It's great to see you. Hope you and Aunt Shirley are doing good. But I'm going to continue on and share with you a few things. So let me ask the question for the night. Does your child or teen that you know often struggle with reading and their reading skills? So if you know someone who does, would you please comment yes in the thread? I'll go first. Yes, my son Alex, for years and years. Great. Hey Mike and Brent, thanks for joining in. Apparently I got cut off from my wireless service, who knows? But we're going to continue on anyways. But so if you know someone who does, again, would you please comment yes in the thread if you know that they've struggled, or even if you yourself had struggled with reading when you were younger. My son Alex has for a lot of years. And I wanted to share with you some of the strategies that I've been using, the benefits of them, and how you can help your child become a stronger, more confident reader, no matter what their level is, as well as the things that I'm reading with Alex. So before I start the strategy, I need to share with you a quick backstory. For those of you that don't know, as a former kindergarten and elementary teacher with a concentration in language arts, I love books and I'm an avid reader. My son Alex, on the other hand, is the opposite. He's not a very confident reader. He struggles with his focus and learning, struggles, with speech and language, and he really doesn't enjoy it because it's so difficult for him. And for years, he would only read easy Star Wars Jedi books or Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Nothing else. And next, I'd like to share with you the strategies, the benefits, as well as a few parental tips to help your child, no matter their level. These are tips that you can use regardless of their age. With the strategy, you want to allow them to choose something that they're really interested in. And be excited and interested in your choice, because if you're faking it, they'll know right away, and it totally turns them off. Read what they're reading along with them. I know that we all have really busy lives, but if you just set aside, 15 to 30 minutes a day, depending on their age, and not make it too regimented. And it has to be more spur of the moment, light and easy. And you want to have a real book in front of you because a real book is best, and they need the tactile experience of turning the pages and pointing at the pictures if they're younger. And there are definitely benefits to this strategy. For a kid who struggles, it encourages and motivates them to read without someone nagging at them. There isn't a fight to get them involved in this. It's not on a device because, a lot of things are on devices these days. It definitely improves their confidence, their comprehension, their fluency, their vocabulary. It increases the likelihood of them earning better grades. It increases their ability to be an independent learner. It definitely strengthens the bond, which gives you more things to talk about and more ways to hear their thoughts, which helps you stay close. And I want to leave you it's Wednesday. But I want to also share with you a few tips to help your child. First, you want to show a lot of enthusiasm for their reading, for book choices, and that special time to read. Mention it throughout the day, let them know, be real about it. Let them know that you are excited to read with them. They're only little for a short time. Praise them during their reading time. Let them know that it's okay to make mistakes when you're reading and that everybody makes mistakes, but you learn from them. Good night, Uncle David. Thanks for joining in though. Next is ask questions before, during and after, and allow them to ask you questions too. Share your thoughts and what you enjoyed about the book too. They need to hear that. They need to have you modeling that for them. And remind them that everybody learns differently and that they have to practice that skill to be really good at it, whether it's riding a bike or playing a musical instrument or learning a sport. They have to practice at it. And what I'm reading with Alex, it's called the Michael Vey series by Richard Paul Evans. I apologize that it's backwards, but he's a USA Today best-selling author, and it's very well written, it's very well developed. It's a fantastic series about a smaller, not very popular high school kid who, struggles in a lot of areas, who gets bullied, who has Tourette's syndrome, and as well as a few abilities that make him very different than other kids in his class. And this book is written by let me step back a little, there we go. It's written from the perspective of Michael, who's about 15 years old, and I think that my son Alex relates to him because he sees a lot of similarities. He was always a smaller kid until he started growing. Bullied a few times in school, struggles with learning, and what I've noticed is that he really enjoys reading this, and I highly recommend it for any junior high or high school readers. Oh, hey, Christy. Thanks for joining in, lady. It's great to see you. I'm going to keep right on going here. But the main reason that I'm enjoying reading this is because my son reads along with me. And most importantly, he asked me to. And when he's excited about reading something and wants to read it, I'm all in. Hey, girly. Right back at ya. But if you heard something that you found helpful, would you please leave a reaction, drop a comment on your thread. If you happen to know of and can recommend any great high school books for a young man my son's age, I really appreciate it if you drop the comment in the thread and pop that in there for him, because I know that he could probably use some good recommendations on what to read when we get through this series. So as always, share the video with anyone you think it might help. PM me if you have questions or would like some additional reading strategies. I'm happy to share my teaching experiences and hope that they would help you help your kids or enable them to be stronger readers. So developing great reading skills and cultivating a love of reading is definitely a must for school or in life. Oh, great. Thank you, Christy, for popping a recommendation in there. I'll have to check one out. Thanks, hun. But as I was saying, developing great reading skills and cultivating a love of reading is a must for school and in life, no matter your occupation or how much technology. Read what your kids are reading, right along with them, and you'll be surprised at how fast they improve. I gotta go. I have a reading date with my son, and I'm not missing that for the world. I'll catch you later.